What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another update. Today is going to be the very first update of 2022 for the Fish Room Garage, and actually I did a little bit of change in the garage. I did a little bit of organization to try to clean things up a little bit, and I got a little mini project here on the left trying to grow some monk fruit seeds to try to get some plants going here. But yeah, we got a lot of new things going on in the fish room, so let's go ahead and get right into the update. Alright, so let's start off with the planted tank here. So the plants are doing phenomenal. Like right now, it's like the best temperature where it's like not too cold, not too hot, and like the temperatures in the tank is like excellent for these plants to grow. And as you can see, all the plants are coming back alive. All my Ludwigia in the back are coming back to life. All my Kimberleys are coming back to life. So like right now, it's like prime time growth for these plants. And in the summertime, unfortunately, it gets really hot, so some of these plants will probably not look as beautiful as it's going to look right now. But right now, for the next couple months, it's going to look phenomenal. And also, look at all this Balixa japonicas. Super healthy. I'm waiting for temperatures to get a little bit warmer, probably in a month or a month and a half here before I can start shipping some of these to you guys. It's a really popular plant. A lot of people like it. It's really, it could be hit or miss in terms of growth, but once you can grow them, they take off like crazy. And as you can see, we got some really nice healthy stems ready to go. Just a quick pivot to the marine quarantine / just holding tank. Just have a pair of clownfish and the little 6-line wrasse here. Nothing much going on here. The lights is pretty much off just because I'm not really growing anything in here. There's no corals, there's no nothing, it's just fish. They get kind of just like a natural light from the other tanks and whatnot. So these guys are just going to be in the tank just to kind of keep the tank cycling, just in case if I need to move any fish to here or get any new fish down the road. But yeah, so not much in this tank, so let's move on to the next tank. Moving on to the leopard pleco tank here. Pretty much they're done with quarantine, so when I have a little bit of time here, I'm going to start transitioning or moving these guys into the main tank to see if we have any females that's willing to, breed with the other males that are in the tank. So yeah, I actually might do that later in this video. But I'm gonna give you guys other updates real quick on some other things going on. All right, so I have the skate box out here that really just sits here and, most of the time not doing much. But I have some seedlings that I'm trying to grow just for fun. These are called monk fruit. You guys can look it up. What you actually do is you can buy like the dried monk fruit, like the whole monk fruit that's dried, break it up apart and kind of just boil it to kind of like do like a tea. It's absolutely delicious, but I do need to water them, so I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just mix them. Again, these are seedlings that I'm trying to grow. I've actually never tried to grow these before. From seedlings, and let alone like I've never actually seen the plant. It's like a vine plant, so when it grows, it'll just kind of vine up and kind of grow fruits from the vines. But it's about a week or so since I've actually planted the seed. Nothing yet. I haven't seen a sprout or anything like that, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. There's about 5 seeds in each one, so we'll see. All I need is just 1 or 2 to sprout and grow, and we'll see if we can try to keep it alive. It's just a fun little project I want to try outside. The humidity is pretty high. I have a little light here from one of the planted tanks that I'm not using, so just a little mini project out here, Also, I did reorganize some of the racks here just to ease of accessing everything. So I have my shipping boxes up top. The next tier is going to be kind of like all the bags to pack stuff, my shrimps, some fish, plecos that I ship throughout the year. The next rack is going to be all my food. It still needs to be organized. Not the best yet, but yeah. And then the bottom rack here is other shipping materials. And then I have to organize down here a little bit better. But slowly but surely, I'm trying to organize it to utilize the space a little bit better. Alright, so here's the swords. I've actually switched them to a different pot. As you can see here, this is like a clear pot versus the pots over here. I also have an SAE in here to help control some of the algae that's growing in this area, just because these plants are slow growers and they're prone to get algae on them. So I have this little guy in here just to help control that. So we'll see if he'll do a good job on that. But with these pots here, they have slits on the sides too to help kind of aerate the roots for the plant, because I've noticed that terracotta pots, they only have like a slit or a hole in the bottom here, and I noticed that it doesn't really provide much oxygen to the roots, and it creates basically a root rot. And yeah, so I switched to something like this. It helps the roots breathe a little bit better, and it seems like it's actually helping a lot. The roots tend to come out of the ends a lot better. Let me see if I can give you guys an example here. Yeah, you see the roots here? How healthy those roots are. And look at the roots in the bottom. So they're coming out. It's easier for the roots to like come out and just like, you know, grow a lot better, get a little bit healthier. But yeah, so we'll see if these are better. I'm just kind of splitting the plants to different experiments just to see what's better and what's not. So moving on to the main Painted Fire Red shrimp tank. I'm not seeing the growth that I would like to see on these tanks, to be honest. I'm not sure what's going on. I thought the heater was the issue. The heater, you know, I replaced the heater after it being faulty or broken. And now I'm not really seeing the growth potential in this tank. Maybe it's something else. And I don't want to say it's due to maybe possibly the sponge filters, but the sponge filters hasn't been cleaned in a while. And I actually cleaned this one for the first time, and so this one is super, you know, super clean, and it doesn't have a bunch of debris in it, so it'll create more oxygen and better filter. There's a second one in here that I haven't cleaned because I don't want to basically clean them both at once and lose all the beneficial bacteria. But I went ahead and cleaned this one this week. I'll clean the other one next week, and I'll see if that'll help with promoting better oxygen, better filter through the system here, and maybe that will simulate, you know, better oxygen and better flow for these guys. I'm not really sure, to be honest. These guys are not growing as fast and breeding as fast as I like. I just saw this when I put the camera up here. I was going to start talking about the shrimps, and I saw this pleco in here. Yeah, the pleco likes really high flow and decided to go down this little tube, and it's just chilling in the little flow thing. So, okay, yeah, he's enjoying that, I guess. We'll just let him do his thing. Alright, so here is the grow out tank for the baby plecos. There's actually a lot of plecos in here. I need to split them, to be honest, just because they're starting to be way too many in this tank, and I'm doing at least two like 50% water changes in this tank every week. Just to keep up with their eating habits. And as you can see, like I did a water change yesterday, a pretty massive one, 50%, and the floor is already dirty from all the driftwood that they're eating through. They consume the driftwood so fast when they're babies. So yeah, I need to probably split them across the different tanks so that way I don't have to clean it as often and as fast. But yeah. Anyways, the baby plecos are doing very well in this tank. They're starting to grow a lot faster than expected. The red tigers in here are doing phenomenal. I think that in the summertime, maybe towards the end of the summertime, they'll probably be ready to be shipped. I could probably end up shipping them now if I really wanted to. I mean, they're at the 1 to 1.5 inch size, but I just like them to bulk up just a little bit more before shipping out. But we'll see. Maybe, you know, maybe at the size, the price is a lot, you know, more affordable for some people. So maybe I'll start considering selling them at a smaller size, so it's a little bit more affordable for people who want to get them. Just because, you know, these guys are kind of pricey and expensive even at 1.5 and 2 inches ish. So yeah, I'll probably get these guys going this summer to customers and just people who are interested. My whole goal is just try to breed for fun and try to get, you know, these guys out to as many people as possible, just because it's a beautiful pleco. Like, I wish everyone could actually own one of these guys just to have at home. They're just really, really gorgeous to have. The shrimp in this tank has been exploding. Like right now, it doesn't look like it's many just because I've actually taken them and put them in the main colony just to try to pump up the main colony. I've done that at least 3 times here, where I've taken like half of this colony size and just put it down here. So like right now, this is like half the size. It was like crazy. It was growing like crazy in the last month or so. Same thing with the Blue Dreams. The Blue Dream is starting to take off, and I'm really, really excited to see this colony grow. I'm going to start selling the culls probably in a couple months here, when I can actually start shipping plants again, just because I want to get a really nice blue color going in this colony. So all the culls will be for sow, probably for at least a year, and then when I get enough nice ones going, I'll probably start selling, you know, the Blue Dreams as is. But yeah, this tank's doing really well. Not much to complain about. Finally got the breeding going. Finally seeing a lot of babies in this tank. So moving on to the Neon Yellows. The Neon Yellow is absolutely doing phenomenal. They are taking off. I need to start calling this tank ASAP. So look for some of these guys to be available this year in terms of culls. So this is gonna be wonderful because we have some new variety for you guys to kind of pick up. This tank is always looking dirty just because of so many of the snails are in this tank and they just poop like crazy, polluting this whole tank. I always do like a 50% water change and still nothing. It's just too many snails. So I need to probably end up splitting the snails across the tanks so that they can absorb some of that poop. But yeah, so this one was with the new fire red batch that we had bought. And as you can see, they've taken off, and they only had 10 in here, right? And they've taken off, so I think these guys are looking pretty good. So I'll probably start culling some of these guys, mixing them with some of these other batches, seeing what is the best red ones. We'll keep the red ones. Which ones aren't as good, we'll put them in the cull section of everything, and we'll slowly get rid of all these culls as well. Alright guys, and that is the January update. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, and like always, and that's some guys. Peace.